The woman in front of me is the daughter of the country's richest man, but now she works as a janitor in her husband's company. She does all this to maintain her husband's dignity. Her husband went from being poor to becoming the company's CEO. It was all because the woman kept her identity hidden, silently helping him from behind the scenes. But unexpectedly, after her husband became successful, he proposed a divorce. He no longer valued her. He even offered her $1 million as compensation for her to leave. But little did he know that $1 million wasn't even enough for her pocket money. The woman couldn't believe that the husband standing before her had changed so much. They even had a son together. The husband insisted that the custody of their son must belong to him. The woman immediately realized what had happened when she remembered the son's attitude toward her today. Her son, who had once been so dependent on her, now complained that her cooking was dirty. He resented her for lying to him about being an executive in the company, when she was actually just a filthy janitor. The woman was heartbroken, but as she reflected on their past together, she decided to reveal her true identity to persuade her husband to change his mind. However, she accidentally overheard her husband had a lover. She was completely disappointed in him. She made a phone call. This time, she was going back to be the billionaire's daughter. The woman arrived at her billionaire father's company, and to her surprise, she ran into her husband. Her husband was even arm in arm with his lover. He had come to the billionaire's company to discuss a business collaboration. He was shocked to see the woman there, but she didn't explain. The mistress arrogantly walked up to the woman, boasting that she was a good friend of the billionaire's daughter. Only someone with connections and money like her was worthy of being with the husband in all of this. The woman sneered and said she didn't know she had such a good friend, but the mistress didn't believe her and arrogantly walked away with the husband. Just then, the billionaire's secretary rushed over, respectfully asking the woman to come to the office. At this point, the husband had no idea that the woman had come to the company to inherit her billionaire father's business. When the secretary asked whether to cancel the cooperation with her husband's company, the woman refused. She had a better plan in mind. A few days later, the woman hosted a celebration dinner for inheriting the company and deliberately invited her husband. To his surprise, the moment they walked in, they saw the woman. She was wearing a $5 million gown and smiled slightly at them. The mistress, however, mocked the woman for being shameless, for showing up at such a grand occasion trying to cling to a man. The woman dismissively responded that she was the star of the evening. The mistress thought the woman had lost her mind. She truly believed she was the billionaire's daughter now. The woman didn't want to say more to them and left them with one confusing sentence before walking away. She even wished them a good time today. Soon, the dinner officially began. The secretary took the stage and addressed the guests. "Let's welcome the billionaire's daughter." The woman put